Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear students, hope all of you are doing well. So, we are meeting again in the chemistry class, and I hope that you might have forgotten everything which we learned. Okay. That is why it's very important to revise whatever we learn, otherwise, the brain is programmed like that. We tend to forget things. We tend to forget things unless and until we revise, unless and until we try to send the information from the short term memory slot to the long term memory slot of our brain. And you have to train your brain to send, yani to have this cognitive theory. You have to understand this method. Okay, I'm not your biology teacher. You may ask him to explain about the cognitive theory and how the memory works in details. So let us try to move ahead. So far we have dealt with, so we were in chapter number 1, isn't it? Chapter number 1, the periodic table. The periodic table. And I explained you about the periodic table, the features of the periodic table, what period means, what group means, what is fixed in the period, how can you identify a particular element, to which particular period and group does it belong, and all that things. And we started to go to deal with the periodic properties, okay, the repeated, the properties that reoccur on regular intervals, the periodic properties, and there were 6 in number. Number 1, atomic size. I explained you this one, atomic size in details I explained. Then the second one was metallic character. Metallic character, I explained this one as well. Then non-metallic character. Non-metallic character, so we understood this one as well. So these 3 periodic properties, so far we have dealt with these 3 periodic properties and their trends and all of their details. Alhamdulillah. Now today in this video I am going to explain you, to make you understand, chemical reactivity. Chemical reactivity. Although this is not included in the 6 periodic properties, but we have to understand about the trends which is shown in the chemical reactivity of elements when you move across a period and down a group. So to understand this, let us take examples. And first try to understand chemical reactivity depends upon 2 things, my dear student. What is that? 2 things. And what are they? Do you know? Can you recall? Yes. Gaining of electrons or losing of electrons. More easier an atom gains an electron, more chemically reactivities. Easier the atom gains an electron, more chemically reactivities. Easier the atom loses an electron, more chemically reactivities. Sorry for the slip of the tongue. Okay, sometime it happens, we are human beings. So in a nutshell, what do I mean? I mean that atoms, they either lose electrons or gain electrons depending upon what kind of atoms or what kind of elements we are talking about. Are we talking about metals? Then definitely they are going to lose electrons. Are we talking about non-metals? Then definitely they are going to gain electrons. So easier the atoms gain or lose electrons, higher their reactivity, highly reactive they are. Okay. So now let us try to understand the trend across a period. So let us take the 3rd period elements: sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. I am not including the noble gas because they are chemically inactive, they are inert in nature, so I am not taking them into consideration over here. although they belong to this period, the third period, but I am not taking them into consideration, and you know very well what is the reason behind that. So across a period, what happens, my dear student, you can see that when we move across a period, the tendency to lose electron decreases till we reach silicon, till we reach the 14th group. Till we reach the 14th group, the tendency to lose electrons decreases. That is, the metallic character is decreasing. And what is the metallic character? The metallic character is nothing but the tendency to lose electrons. So sodium will lose electrons easier than magnesium. Magnesium will lose electrons easier than aluminium. Aluminium will lose electrons easier than silicon. So you can see that there is a decrease in the tendency, in the power, in the caliber of losing electrons. So when the tendency of losing electrons decreases, the chemical reactivity is going to decrease. Yes. So that is why chemical reactivity decreases till we reach the 14th group. Till we reach the 14th group, chemical reactivity decreases. Now what happens after that? When we reach the 14th group, you can see that we start to move towards the non-metals, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. And what is being observed over here is that the tendency to gain electrons increases suddenly, okay, because they are non-metals, so they will gain electrons. So phosphorus will gain electron, sulfur will gain electron, chlorine will gain electrons. Phosphorus will gain electrons, sulfur will gain electrons, and chlorine will gain electron. So the tendency, the power of gaining electron will increase. Sulfur will gain electrons easier than phosphorus. Chlorine will gain electrons easier than sulfur. So when the tendency of gaining electron increases, again chemical reactivity depends upon the tendency to gain electrons. So when it increases, chemical reactivity will increase. Chemical reactivity suddenly starts to increase after the 14th group. So that means these 14th group elements are the least reactive. These are the least reactive elements, isn't it? So you understood the trend which chemical reactivity which is seen in the chemical reactivity of elements when we move across a period. Now let us talk about down a group. What happens down a group? So I am taking two groups in front of you to make you understand. So I am taking the first group, that is hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. These are the first group elements. Okay, so these are the first group elements. And now let me take the 17th group. The 17th group element. 17th. That is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, bromine, iodine, and let us stop till iodine, because the other two elements, astatine and tennessine, we hardly encounter them, so that is very least important. So that's why let us have these elements and these elements of the group. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that when we move down a group, and that group especially contains metals, so what happens when you move down a group? The tendency to lose electrons increases, isn't it? You have studied that when we move down a group, shells increases, number of shells increases, the electrons move apart, the outermost electron get loosely bound, and it becomes very easier for that electrons to get removed. And when the electrons are removed, metallic character increases. Okay, so these things I have taught you in the past classes in quite details. So when you move down a group, what happens? The tendency to lose electrons increases. That is, the reactivity of metals increases. So chemical reactivity of metals increase. Okay, Chemical reactivity of metals increase when we move down a group. But what happens for the non-metals? What happens for the non-metals? When we move down a group, what is happening exactly? Tendency to gain electron is decreasing because the metallic character increases. Now when we move down a group, the metallic character is increasing, so definitely the opposite non-metallic character is going to decrease. And what is non-metallic character? That is the tendency to gain electrons. So when the tendency to gain electrons decreases, the reactivity of non-metals decrease. Yes, so chemical reactivity of non-metals decrease. So hope you understood the trends which is shown by the elements in their chemical reactivity when you move across a period and down a group. Now regarding this topic, which you will find on page number 10 of your book, that is gradation in physical properties, like the melting and the boiling point, and density, all of these things you have to memorize it, because there is no any explanation which I can make you understand. So as there is not a concept which I can make you understand so as to keep this trend in your head. You have to memorize it, that melting, that is boiling and melting point of metals on going down a group decreases and increases. You have to keep it in your head, you have to memorize it. I cannot give you a concept. This is completely theoretical part, okay, based on observations and experiments, okay. So we don't have a concept to make you understand why it is going, how you can memorize it, how can you link up the whether the physical properties, or what will be the gradation of the physical properties when we move across a period or down a group. No concept is there, okay. This is based on observation and this is completely practical, okay. Practical information is in front of you, so you have to learn this one, okay. So the first exercise is complete, alhamdulillah. Now let me start the next exercise, that starts with the periodic property ionization potential.